This homie, sabes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank live for sure. The Máquina next week. I think I'm kind of lost tuning in. If you guys could share, like, subscribe, that whole desmadre, that would be greatly appreciated, homie. Anyways, today is Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday, November,
right?
Yeah, Tuesday.
2 more days before Pavo Day, you know? Remember, you guys, Thanksgiving isn't just a meal. It isn't, you know what I mean? Thanksgiving should be every day. And the way the Euro-Americans made it, it's not what it make you believe what it was. It wasn't. It was gacho, you know? The natives had to go through some
heavy duty,
some challenges, some deleting. Yeah, that's what they did with them, you know? So it has nothing to do with the turkey, has nothing to do with the pilgrims, it has nothing to do with that. With reality, what took place, you know? So take that in consideration. Take it in consideration right now where people going through right now. You raza, Hispanic, Latino, whatever you want to call yourself. If you're brown, you're brown skin and your last name ends with an S, a Z or whatnot, you know? You know what I mean? Just think about the other gente that's behind the cages right now.
Yep.
On the facilities, getting gaffled up. Think about that, you know. It was an invasion for Thanksgiving, and now they're gaffling up people and putting them away, you know. So think about all those things when you're about to sit down and have a discussion with your family, a prayer, lift up the families, and be thankful every day, Holmes. Not just today, not just Thursday coming up, you know. Right. Am I right, Alfred?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's true, man. But for the most part, man, I think this time is. I know there's a lot of people that are struggling, right? There's a lot of things that are happening out there. Specifically, you know, you're right. There's a lot of people out there that unfortunately their freedom is being hijacked, as we say, right? So let's just shoot out a prayer and just remember the time. I honestly do it for the family, you know, gathering and just to enjoy, a good dinner together and yeah. But I'm always constantly praying for those people that are going through some stuff.
Yeah. Man, this coffee gets me all wired up.
Golly, bro. Hey, I got the energy drink, pero pues ya viste, ya nos dijeron ahí.
Yeah, it gets me wired up. It's like I'm all sluggish today. I've been working a lot. I've been working late. I can't keep up with the orders, you know. With
it's busy. You guys are picking up over there, right? At the so explain. So you do have your own chrome shop, right?
No, we're chroming off of a company.
Oh, gotcha.
Because that company can't just do it for themselves. They got to have people like us running around and getting everything ready, prepping it, and they just dip it. That's all they do. Dip gold and chrome. And, man, it's been hectic, you know. Orders are coming in, but, man, dealing with new projects, that's what kind of like, it's frustrating, you know. Some things work out, some things don't. Today, 2 projects flopped on me, but it's all right, you know. We don't, it's not a big thing, you know. We still made little finances, so it's okay, you know. But man, it gets you tired, homie.
I bet, bro. I've been seeing some of the videos. It really, I like those videos. You know, the videos that you were posting and you were showing, you know, while you were working with the machine, and that bro was like awesome, bro. Because you know you're able to show the final product. You know, not only were you able to show a little bit of what you do, but you also were able to show the product and stuff. So I love those videos, man. I honestly, that's why I go to YouTube, and I'm always constantly, when you're there, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna learn something, right? Something, you know,
but it burns your hands, bro. It messes you all up, you know. Those jobs are like hard labor, and you know, most of the time as a paisas that have those jobs, you know, porque ellos les valen madre. Just bring it to me and I just knock it out, you know, which is fine, you know, nothing against it. But if you have your own business, you know, that would be great. Abraham, how do we drop off parts for chrome? For chroming, Anthony, drop it off at my shop if you can, you know, at 9826 Painter Avenue, Whittier, California. 9826 Painter Avenue, Suite C. That's my shop.
Yeah, because I'm sure, because I know with the changes that are happening in California, right? There's just a lot of things that are happening. So.
Yeah, but you could still triple chrome. You know what I mean? You have single chrome, double chrome, and then triple chrome. But in reality, triple chrome is the best one because you get to have the copper at the end, and the copper looks like rose gold. And today we made some pendants. Oh my God, that's it, homie. I love how the staff, which is all of us, my wife, the kids, all of us, the whole staff is we come up with that ideas, you know. And this one, Richard from Facebook, that's always asking for heaven bound on the necklace, on the pendant. Man, I just kept on procrastinating. So I said, you know what, I just got to get you out the way. I know I'm not going to charge them. So I made that heaven bound. Man, came out firme. Oh man, they're like, whew, that's a hitter, homie. That means all I need to have is the circles and then the chain link, and that's it. You know, selling for $45-50. You know,
nice.
And I'm gonna put Barrios, your last name, and they're gonna look better than the ones that I had before. You know, the ones that I had before, of course, they were just sent off to go get done. But now I could do them myself, and these came out freaking bomb. They came out feed, man. So I'll be able to put your barrio, your last name. You know, I could do car clubs. You know, watch. I don't mind doing car clubs, okay? I don't mind it because that's our bread and butter when we go out. You know, I still gotta give them their. Hey, what's up, you guys? Hey, what's up, Marlene, Felipe, everybody? Everybody tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm acknowledging everybody, you know. So thank you guys so much for always tuning in and supporting. Anthony, Bravo, everybody, you know. Anyways, Jimmy, what's up? Firme Pendleton, gracias. They're expensive,
bro.
They're like $200
$200, right? It's like, God, do I really want
the price? You know,
do I really want a penalty right now?
I know.
Golly.
That $200 is it's a lot of feria, homes. I ain't lying for sure. This $200 is too much, dog.
Well, bro, I mean, what happened with the $40, bro? What's going on? Hey, a huge shout out to the people, you know, Ben Davis, you know, Dickies. You guys, what is going on? I know you. Listen, everybody that's doing this, and I know, Anthony, you could tell me, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, the rates are gone up. I get it, brother, but $200 on a Pendleton, brother? I don't know. I mean, think about it. I was having a hard time with the $40-50 back, 6-7 years ago. So what's going on, bro? Why are we? Is it really affecting the inflation? Really affecting everybody, and is it affecting these companies that they gotta bust up the prices?
Yeah. Well, remember, Pendleton's made out of wool, and they design their own logos, and you can't design their logos. Their color coordination. Yeah, you get sued. They'll come after you. You know.
Golly.
And they manufacture it here in the United States. Okay, they make the rolls here. Okay, and then because they get the wool from overseas, and then they make the wool here, the roll, and then they transfer the roll to Mexico, and in Mexico they got a facility, so they all cut it, slice it, have the pattern, stitch it up, and bring it back. And over here they'll probably just add the tag and the buttons, you know, and they'll say American made. Hecho Mexico with product of USA. So it is a little pricey, but the cost of a Pendleton, about $24, $23.
Golly, bro.
But they got it's the name, the brand that they have that they sell. It's at $200. Costs about $25, $26 to me.
Well, listen, if Pendleton is listening to this program, man, just like Anthony did right now, he pretty much created a small, a small little pennant, right? I mean, you were talking about Heaven Bound.
Yeah.
You created a smaller Pendleton, and all these companies that are paying attention. You guys, let's come back to the prices of 1990, brother, where we were creating these little products where we can sell a lot more for $60, $70. Create a product that maybe it's more feasible for the raza. And again, I get it. If you can afford the 240, but I'm telling you, personally, I wouldn't buy it, and I know there's people out there that will.
Yeah,
but to me, I can't afford it.
It's expensive, bro, and Pendleton doesn't make their most money on blankets. They make it on shirts, and the Euro Americans don't really sport them like the way we do. It's a Southern thing. It's a California thing. We're the ones that rock it the most.
Got it.
It was brought through the Bracero program, and the farmers would have the checker shirts. So we started wearing them as a display of a representation, and they're just a representation of us, the raza. Most Chicanos have them. Some don't. Some people from out of state don't wear them, don't rock them. That's just their style. Texas has a different style. They rather wear the acrylic long sleeve shirt, to compare to the Pendleton. But then you also got to look at it. It's kind of warm out there. You don't really need long sleeve Pendletons. They rather pay $40, $50 for FB County made in China, which it's kind of like it's a good and a bad, But if you want that good quality stuff, then you're gonna have to pay for it. They do have a shop out there in Texas. They have the long sleeve pennants. I think it's called pennant. And they customize their stuff, and some of their stuff is made here in the United States. Most of my shirts, my jackets, the state jackets were made here through denim, canvas. So you got to know your material, and with it comes a lot of expenses of when you purchase it by the rolls. Now you have to purchase this product through the yard, so each yard might cost you $7 to $10 to $15. Depends what it is, Then you have to go cut it up, the pattern, then you stitch it, and then you have your buttons, smashing the buttons, and it's a long freaking process. But Pendleton, yeah, they reach out to whoever, dog. They have Pendleton has representatives in each county, in each state, more or less. And you can't sell Pendleton within a 2-3 mile radius from the areas. So they won't give you permit to sell at the flea markets or stuff like that. How do they sell it? And you go to the swap meet and you see it. Well, they have a connection with the brother owns a shop or whatever, and they're able to bring it in, or they own a shop and they're able to bring it into the flea markets. But they won't give you the product to sell. You have to have a storefront. And they're real strict. They have lawyers. They reached out to me before, and they're like, but, when the lawyers reach out to you, you have to be specific in the product that you have.
Right.
Where you getting it from, or be specific with everything. If not, they'll come and sue you, bro.
Really?
Yeah, Pendleton is real strict, bro. You know, Chris Celaya says too much money, greed, sad like Shaq. He left Nike because they were charging too much for his shoes. Greed is bad. Karma late. For your information, I could buy them, but not that label. Yeah, Chris, but they're not Pendleton, bro.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
Look, there's something that you guys got to understand about clothing and companies. We look at one thing, but when you invest and you really do your homework, you find out these fools got lawyers. They don't play around. And guess who owns them? Los Judíos. And they don't play, dog. These vatos, they're like sharks, homie. They come after you. They don't play around, you know? When the pattern is done, when the combination of the color is done, that's it. It's been trademarked. They'll come after you like Nike or whoever, you know? Now, can we have different patterns likewise? Yeah, remember, it's only 10% difference that you have to make it. Now, that don't mean the product's going to be made out of wool. It's too expensive to make it out of wool. You can make it out of acrylic or cotton, you know? The closest one that you'll find would have to be some of it of Dixon. That's one of them. Two, Cow Top, the ones with the Rockin Chicano, también, myself, we ride off of Cow Top. Now, those are American made. Two, FB County is somewhat, but theirs is China product. It's not made in the USA. Their material is more cheaper. But when you have good, solid companies, homie, not FB County, you know what I mean? Because they don't care. They rather just sell wholesale. And their registration mark is $1,000. So you have to register under them for $1,000. So every time you order, the registration is 1,000 bolas.
Golly.
So the wholesale price is $1,000 minimum. They don't care if you're gonna buy one shirt, two shirts, minimum. When you register with them, it's 1,000 bolas every time minimum. So
Is that a one-time? Is that like a one-time fee or
no? Meaning registration. Well, you got to register to open up the wholesale account.
Gotcha.
Through their web page, and it's 1,000 bolas. So every time, just remember, you're registering under their name to pull out the account. It's 1,000 bolas. That's the way we see it when you're gonna go register into your web, your code number or whatever. So every time you register and your name comes out, that's $1,000 minimum, homie.
Golly.
Now, that's kind of good, and it's kind of bad too. Bad because the product is cheap or whatever. Now, you know, good with a feria wise, but then again with Pendleton, oh homie, minimum with them is about 2 dozens, I think. You know, and imagine that 60 bolas a pop because it's half the price. I know it's like 89, 90 bolas a pop. You know, how come hush puppies are expensive? They're not around no more, homie. Hush puppies are that company sold, so it's not the same company. You know, and the new hush puppies. Type like the new style of hush puppies. I forgot the company. They suck. They're not as good as they were. A lot of companies like Stacy Adams, they used to have the wing, floor shine style wing tips, two-tone, slice in the front, you know, biscuit style. All those were American-made companies, but they transferred them to China and India. India does have leather. You know, India's leather is a little bit cheaper. Now, China will use pigs as in for leather. You'd be like, what? Pigs? Yeah, they'll use swine. Expanded diet and do all the whole papaya, and it looks like leather, you know, which it is pig skin, you know, but or that, or sheep, or lamb, I think they use. So their combinations are a little bit different. The shoes are kind of sucks, if you ask me. They weren't as solid as they were when they were in the United States, homie. We took pride on it here, but unfortunately, you know, like homeboy said, the greed kicks in and they want to do their own thing and, you know, come up with their own money and, you know, and cheap labor, you know, which is good, then it's not good, you know. But a Pendleton is very expensive, homie. That company don't play. They got their lawyers. They'll come after you, homie. You know what I mean? They'll come after you.
Well, what, you know, the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm sure I don't know. Maybe I'm old school, but I remember the you know, in the old times, you know, multiple companies used to have different type of products. You know, they're you know, lower end, but lately I've seen that a lot of these companies are now like way up there, and I get it. You know, I understand. It's a unique product. It's almost like, you know, you want to drive a Chevy or Ford. You know, of course, everybody wants a Chevy, right? Because, you know, you can find parts. It's very, very economic.
And Ford has their own tools to open up their transmissions. That's why a lot of people don't know that.
Right.
You know?
But again, I'm just speaking for those people that unfortunately I could say, well, you know, too bad, too sad for you, right? You can't afford it, you can't have it, but you know, again, I'm just speaking. If Pendleton is watching and listening to this, man, we're not in any way, shape, or form trying to. We're just trying to ask if there's any way there could be a product that's created that's more affordable. You know, for people. I love the product. I see it at Anthony's all the time.
Yeah.
You know, but
I got a few. I bought with Daniel. Oh, man, with that kid. I dressed that boy up with it. Dad, I want some Stacey Adams. Go get them. Dad, I want some Hush Puppies. Go get them. Dad, I want some Wine Notes. Go get them. Dad, I need some Chucks. Go get them. You know, Dad, I want this tango. How much is it? 200 and something. Oh, man. Let me see. Put it on, fool. I don't want you looking all chunty, fool. And it looks bad. I'm like, freaking Bailey, like 200 something bucks for a Stinson, like $280 a hat. I'm like, oh man, you know. But you want good stuff, you know. To me, Stinson makes the best hats. That's another company, you know. They're very expensive, you know. There's some that I've seen go up for like 400 and something, and like, oh man. But are they bad? Oh, they're bad, homie. They're feeding me, you know. But yeah, those companies are expensive, homie. You know what I mean? They're just, you want to look good, you got to pay some feria, you know. And it's funny because, you know, you have we dress up now, and I look at my son, he looks at me. I say, hey, we look feed huh? He's like, yeah, it wasn't that expensive back in the days, now, mijo. That outfit that you have is over $800-900 easy, you know, like, you know, back then, under what, 100 bolas? Yeah, about $100, 120. Dressed up, get your shoes. Stacey Adams used to be $30, homie.
yeah,
I remember they were like $30, you know. Pendletons were, what were they? Pendletons were like $35-40, I think. Yeah, they were about $40, homie, you know, like nothing. The Friscos, how much were the Friscos? Like $18.
$18.
Yeah, like $15-18. Like nothing, homie, you know?
And now,
You know? And the tangos were, your Park Royals were like what? Freaking $30. You know? Like, nah, not no more, homie. They're expensive now, you know? What up, Rob? What up, Chino? Hey, what up, Maggie? Hey, you guys all tuning in?
everyone, man. Hey, we got YouTube Yarda also hanging tight, man. They're hanging.
YouTube Yarda. Anthony says, I hope that they make them for bigger homies. They do, homes. Man, one thing I got to give Pendleton, them suckers got like 6X and large and tall.
Nice.
And wine. Yeah, I do, Holmes. We do too, man. If you go into my webpage, Rockin Chicano with Dr. G, Rockin Chicano, we have it all the way to 6X, I think. They used to sell Pendletons at Disneyland way back. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
The Gabacho used to have it tucked in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The way they used to wear it, not us. We used to one button, from the top, open all the way down.
All the way up, yep.
You know, all mafioso down, all gangster, barrio down, you know. But if you guys want good stuff, then you guys got to pay for it. You know what I mean? It's sad to say, but the comments here on Facebook, it does say that do you want good stuff? You got to pay. Chino says, I got last year Stacy's. They came out to $240. They're expensive, homie. They're 100 and something. I think the cheapest I found Stacy's were like 135, I think. You know, the two tones. Hey, J.C. Penney shirts, that chaos. Boy, J.C. Penney used to have Stanford. Stanford were 8-9 ounces on the shirt. They were real thick with the big collar. They were real good shirts to this day, you know. Stanford, they're okay, but they don't live up to their mark of Pro 5, Pro Club, and Shaka. You know, they took over. Those companies took over. Those companies make their shirts in Mexico. Why? Because of the dye and the cotton is cheap, you know. Louis, Cuba Anthony from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Hope you and the family are blessed. Hey, gracias. Freddie, Cuba, homie. Kenya, what's up? Remember the French toast, Anthony Bravo. Yeah, all those, dog. The floor shines. Man, the two tones. I like the two-tone boots, homie. Yeah. To this day, I got so many of them in there.
Shiners. Remember the shiners?
Yeah, I got them fregatales, Stacey Adams. I think all the colors. But, man, homie, I just like wearing boots and chucks, homie.
I know, bro. But you know what? In Guadalajara, they used to have the Bosturinos. Bro, you can't find them anymore.
The Bosturinos were wide.
Yeah, they were wide.
I remember,
wide, bro. And they were. I mean, but think about it. Those shoes, bro.
Man, dog, those shoes were hard.
Hard. Yes, they were. But you know what? Leather-wise, those suckers can last you for 50, 60 years, bro.
Yeah, they were bad, dog. I remember those, homie. It was rare somebody would have them, you know. Chino, the Pendletons are expensive too. I get 3X, 2 something. Yeah, they are like 2 something. They're expensive, homie, but you want something good. You want to be sporting something feeding. And then what Pendleton does is they give you yearly combinations. So they'll have yearly like 2-3 combinations a year. You know what I mean? But you know they have their lawyers. They don't play around, homes. You know what I mean? They will contact you. You know. Best believe they will contact you. They contacted me, you know, so then people don't play. That's when they say, oh, you know, you want a flannel? I got a flannel. You know what I mean? It's close to a Pendleton. People call them Pendletons, but they're not. They're flannels, you know. You want a real one? Then you got to have the button on the top and then your flap on the shirt, you know, and, you know, you good to go, you know. What about wholesale on some of your blankets? Or I could get a little side hustle. Man, you ain't got no hustle, fool. Man, este vato, homie. Este vato's always on my case, homie. We ain't busting no more, Ray.
That's right.
Hey, we ain't busting no more, fool. We ain't got a bank no more, homie, and play cartas, dog. Yeah, it's crazy. We used to play cards together. Jeez. Me and Wacky used to bank. Me and Ray used to bank. What's up, homie? We're going to take bank? Yeah, take it, homie. We la loca, you know? And we used to do bank. Yeah, Simone, dog. Just, you know what's up, homie? You know you got that coming, fool. Oh, I showed that pattern you shot me, Ray, to a vato from Azusa. And we had to change it up. We made it a little bit different, homie. But it's going to come off feeding as far as motorcycle, you know? I'll bet you at 21, can't get enough food. Hey, we were bad, homie. 21, dog, blackjack. I want to say I could beat Ray. I want to say, but he beats me, dog. I'm not gonna lie. I'll beat him. I'll beat him in chess. I'll beat him in chess.
I don't know.
But
Anthony.
blackjack, Holmes, that's all we did. Play blackjack, chess, rutina.
Are you sure you want to jump on Ray? But last week we jumped on payasa. You know what I mean? Like now Ray, homie. Oh no.
Damn, dog. See, I can't really talk smack to Ray because he come blackjack. Vato's bad, homie. He
Really?
and I think he's bad, homie, because es atrabancado. Like
he just goes
if
for
it rolls,
yeah, grow with it, hit it.
You know, and then he'll hold up the car. So what he used to do is hold up the car, like, don't hit it, homie. Don't freaking hit it. And then he wouldn't hit it, and the dealer would bust. And we're like, yes. You know what I mean? But yes, I am good at blackjack, but I think Ray's better at it, you know? Mexican poker, I'll beat him. I know I will. Chess, I'll beat him, but blackjack, I gotta give it to that fool. That guy was bad, homie. I gotta admit it. Abraham, Greenspans has good selections on Pendletons. Pricey, but nah, I hate Greenspans. I don't mess with that guy. That guy's a weirdo, straight up. You know what I mean? He's the one that father complained against Pendleton and everything. I stay away from that cat. I'll never have my business. He'll never have my business. And one day, you know what I mean? If indeed God willingly he'll give me a store, then I'll make one. You know, but I don't give him the props. I give his dad the props. You know? Yeah, it was his dad. That guy's like 80 right now. His dad is the one that built the Greenspans in 1922. So I give him the props. Not the son, not the grandson. The grandson's kind of like a jerk, you know? But there's all kinds of places. You could go there. You guys, I'm not here to stop you guys, but that's a personal beef between me and them, you know? If I sit here and tell you that don't go, I'm a chump. You know, I'm a hater. You know, but it's because they mistreated me, you know what I mean? They did me wrong, but it's all right. No biggie, you know what I mean? Let them go on off their legacy, what their grandfather did and their dad did, you know? But other than that, you know what I mean? The clothing's out there for whatever you desire to have and buy, you know? Rather have some good stuff than some Louis Vuitton and all that. See, that's where Raza really has to...
Watch out.
Understand and comprehend that we need to have our own products. Right. We need to have our own stuff. And it's sad because right away they'll be like, oh man, but he's spending his money, and they start hating right away, you know, which is kind of like, it sucks, homie, you know what I mean? Because Raza will bash on Raza, you know what I mean? Chris Canales, what's good? Christmas is around the corner. Hey, break it down, homie. Chris, remember. Christmas. Are you guys ready for Christmas? Are you guys ready for Christmas, Facebook, YouTube? Well, before you go get your tree, before you go get your toys, make sure and you know what holiday is that. Yeah. Has nothing to do with Jesus, okay? Just get that straight. Nothing to do with Jesus.
Right.
Can we celebrate Jesus? But of course, yes, you can. Doesn't mean you have to have a tree. Doesn't mean that you have to have the ornaments and all that. That's a pagan holiday, you know? Saint Nick and all that, all paganism, you know? Jesus was not born in that day. Jesus was born around March, April, or May, within those 3 months. Of course, we flipped it around. Oh, it's okay.
It's normal.
You know, Christmas tree. Who was it? What king?
Constantine, right?
No.
No, was it? What was it? I'll look it up.
Henrod. Yeah, I think so. He's the one that made the pagan holiday of the tree, the design tree with ornaments. King Henrod, I think. Anyways, So make sure you guys know what you're celebrating, okay? And make sure you explain this to your family, that Jesus is the reason for the season. Has nothing to do with the exchanging of the gifts. Has nothing to do with that, you know. And the Tres Reyes Magos, and there's no name for them, and there was not three. They only say it was three because it was three gifts, okay? So if it indeed is three, then it's three. Herod, yeah, I knew it. Thank you, Kingland. Nilen, gracias. It was three Reyes Magos, and the Mexicans have their names, but that's not their names. You know, I mean, we came up with their names, but it doesn't say how many there were. But there was three gifts. You know what I mean? And he wasn't born under a tree. He was born in a manger, right?
Correct.
And it was tough. It was tough for them. Imagine being born there.
Yeah.
You know, so it has nothing to do with the gifts, has nothing to do with that, man, you know. But if you're going to celebrate with your family, make sure you celebrate Jesus. Make sure you celebrate it's about Jesus, not about the gifts. It's not about the tree. It's not about the decoration of the whole facility, the whole house or whatever, you know. Just remember that and keep that in mind. You know, be blessed. Be trucha, be diligent, be kind, be wise, you know, because some people don't have it like the way you have it, you know, and just remember where you come from. And if indeed you're already up there and you made it from where you were at before, the year before, many years before that, be thankful and always give them thanks. Never forget where you come from, you know. Especially towards Christmas, you know, it's a trip because around Christmas, it's a little quiet, you know. People tend to commit more on, how do you say the word so they won't cancel me on YouTube, on the lives themselves.
On the lives themselves, yep.
Okay. That's the highest rate around there towards the end of the year. The year is winding down now, and you're entering into a new year. Right after that, New Year's comes, so your preparation of your mind is getting set. You have boundaries, you have goals. Start setting them. Start reflecting on this last year. What took place and what didn't take place in your life. What things are you gonna change? How can you become better? So when you decide to sit down in front of that tree or whatever, and you're there with your family, wind down and just start focusing on the new year coming up, and be thankful and be blessed for that whole year, for 2025, you know. Some families got separated because of ICE and all that, and they're spending it here and they're spending it there, or in the facilities where they're making money out of these people, you know. While the rich stays rich and the poor stays more poor, you know. Think about those things, and don't be arrogant, and don't be disrespectful, and just be kind and be wise with one another and your family, and you know. And if they done you wrong, it's okay. God bless them. Just push them out the way and keep on stepping, and you do you, you know. Your financial decisions, may they be more wise for 2025, you know. For 2026 to 2025 was pretty hard. You made some finances, but you could have made them better, you know. Don't focus on the money itself. Don't focus on the love of the money, but focus on the destination for the next future, for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. If you're still alive, if God's willing, if his hand is in his grace is upon you, that you're able to live another 5, 10, 15 years, be thankful and be grateful. Wind down and just focus on that, and how to be a better person, how to be a better father, how to be a better brother, sister, husband, wife, cousin, whatever the case might be. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be arrogant, homie. You know, don't be so damn prideful, you know. Shut that pride down. Pride comes before a fall. The Bible says, you know, keep that crap down, man. Leave all that junk here on 2025. Don't take it with you in 2026, you know. Christmas to me is something big. It's something preparing me for the next year. I finished this whole year, you know. It gets me ready. It gets me pumped up. It gets me focused and gets me more stirred up, you know. And the gift within me, you got to stir it up, you know. You got to be able to share his word, share his love. Oh, what do you mean, Anthony? I'm not about that. I know that. We know that. We're not here to bash on you. That's what I love about our fans. We're not here to bash on you. Just calmate, way, and be all right, homie. Keep it cool. Keep it mellow. Show a little love, homie. Show a little bit of love from God, homes, you know. And what do you mean? I don't even go to church. That's fine, homie. That's okay. I'm not telling you don't go or go. You know, you got to go. You got to hear it out. You got to hear him out once in a while. You got to go pray. You'll be okay, homie, you know. But show the love of God. Well, how do I do that, homie? Just be kind, fool. Hug somebody. Feed somebody, homie. And don't be too arrogant, homie. Don't be too prideful. Leave that pride down, homie. Keep that crap for 2025. You'll never get back that year, homies. You'll never get back yesterday. You will never see it again until Judgment Day, homie. But by that time, you want to be in front of them saying, well, I knocked this year out, gung-ho, doing this for you and doing that for you. You know, that's the way you want to go and represent yourself when indeed, you know, you're in front of the Lord, homie. What you do with this year? I gave you a whole year. What you do with it, you know? Well, hey, God, you know, I try to live the best that I can. No, did you, or you just procrastinated? Did you lack? What did you do with my son's name? Well, I mean, I gave you everything. I gave you everything. I gave you all the tools. I gave you a house. I gave you this. What's your excuse? When you had it, you couldn't donate. You couldn't give stuff up. Man, it's a trip, Alfred. Mm-hmm. God blesses me with something, homie. I give it away, dog.
Yeah.
I mean, like for instance, dog, I got my truck, right? My black truck, and the engine was going out, and I got blessed with my gray Silverado. I gave that thing away, you know. Mm-hmm. The gray one, they almost killed me with it. After that, we just gave it away, and the insurance bought it out. We still bless people. I got blessed in return, and we were able to buy the truck, you know. So whenever you have something, release it. Mm-hmm. Like say for instance, if you have it and it's extra for you and it's a blessing, then release it, Holmes. Mm-hmm. I've done that many a times, dog. You know, people has owed me money. Hey, amen. You know, I'm not chasing them down. I'm not. Hey, amen, dog. You know why I don't trip on it, bro? Because I know that God will take care of me. They need it more than I do. Yeah. You know? And I've done that. You know, I'm like, okay, then that's fine. You know? When I owe bills, I do the best that I can to pay everything off, be on top, and like, you know, and some people are lenient, some people are not. Some banks are willing to work with you, some people are not. That's okay. We do the best that we can. But as long as you're giving it the best that you can, that's all that matters, Holmes. You know, because you're trying, you're doing, you're giving, you're providing, you're helping out people, dog. You know, if you won't, you know, right now I see Ray carry on. Trip out on this, dog. We're speaking on that. Ray did a concert, right? He did a concert, and he always invites me. And I hate going because I want to go party. I want to go enjoy it with my family. I want to go do things, but my family don't like going. They're tired. They just want to kick in and get ready for the next day because we got to work. And I go out there and I hate it because it's, oh man, they have a blast. It's firme, you know? It's not like they're smoking Yesca there or whatever. F you, F that, and it's violent. No, everybody's just having a good time. it's maturity. They're mature there. I love going there. I hate it because I can't go and enjoy and go dance because, but besides all that, he had all these people. He brought people from all over, and and I walk in when the show was already over, and he tells Vato, he grabs the water feria that he had because he's counting everything that he can to put everything together, pay everybody off. It's work. And he has a big old water feria, and he's like, and he goes, here, my brother. And the guy turns around and goes, what's that for? Because you brought the keyboard. And, oh man, he knows that bringing an instrument when it was required, when it was a necessity, and you brought it out of your heart, you don't expect nothing in return. But he didn't want to take the feria. He goes, all right, nah, my brother. And he turned around and gave him the feria, And then he looks at me, and I went like this to Ray. I went like this to him, I went like this. What's up with me? Where's my payday at, homie? He goes, oh, my brother, and he gives me a hug. Now, did I expect a payday? No, dog. Okay? But you know what he gave me better than a payday? He gave me a hug.
Yeah.
That was more than the pay that he had paid that vato, dog. Now, I just said it joking around, because I know he has to pay everybody out. Because, my brother, you got everything coming. And more than that. And he hugged me, But what does that tell you, homie? That he was grateful for that individual, to bring his instrument, to fulfill the sound and the entertainment that they had for that show. Now, me in return, I go, hey, well, where's my fade at? Because I came in just the right time when he was doing that.
Right.
My brother, you got everything and anything coming. Anything that you ask, you got to come in. He gave me a hug.
Yeah.
I go, hey, put a pedo, homie, just playing with you, Ray. But see how he had that mentality in that heart, in that mindset? He's looking out for people. Now, he's not going to make a killing because he has to go pay Jim, everybody, the owner of the facility. And he just made his hard work days pay out right there and then for himself and his family,
broke even. Yeah, broke even.
And that's it. And he was good to go. He made a little bit of feria, but it's the it's the thought, homie, that counts. It's the thought that, he has a considerate heart.
Yeah. Look
out for individuals. He's not rich. He's not a big baller. He's not he's humble, and he goes to the shows wherever he has to go. I've seen him in plenty of shows, advertising his show, such and such. Now, he puts respectful events. He doesn't put like hardcore rap or stuff like that. He doesn't concentrate on those things, because he wants it family orientated.
Sure.
He has kids. He takes it into consideration. But see how his gesture was, see how his heart was. It was in the right mind, in the right set, in the right direction, But this year, you guys, 2025, it's a new year. 2026 is coming up, so leave behind what you guys don't need, a new start, new phases in your life, a new mindset. Get ready, get prepared, push forward, and don't stop. May God bless you 1,000-fold, and as long as you stay busy, keep your hands in the plow, and keep on pushing for a better tomorrow. Don't stress of what you're going through. Everything's gonna be okay, because tomorrow is gonna have a problems of its own. If you can't pay no bills, it's okay. Do the best that you can. Always leave it in God's hands that He's gonna take care of it.
Right.
Don't stress about it. But try to fill in some spots, and be generous to people. Who's on here? Hey, Mike, Farmer Mike, what's up? We were just talking about that. Farmer Mike, man, he came just in time. Yeah, that's the truth, Mike. Ray, thank you. My payment is to see everyone having a great time and enjoying these Latin and soul legends. Yes, Ray. It's very important. It's man, with Ray, I had a hard time with him one time, dog. And not gonna put him on blast because he got stuck in the middle. And I know why he got stuck in the middle. He had no choice. Mm-hmm. And at the end, it made me look bad. But that's his mission, to fulfill these things, you know what I mean? To everybody have a good time. And I called him up the next day and he picked up. Right, Alfred? Mm-hmm. And I kind of let him have it, you know?
Your fault.
Yeah, dog. And I hung up.